B-Rat here with Nate from the Las Vegas. We're really lucky to have him.
Cool.
Appreciate you showing up, Nate.
Cool, thanks for having me, man.
So let's just dive right into this. Obviously, the rest of the band's over here to my left or my right, they're eating, but your brother's in the band, correct?
Yep.
Now, have you guys always played together, or has there been a time you've been in separate projects?
We've actually always pretty much played together since we were little kids, and yeah, obviously we've been doing this for, you know, a little while now, so yeah, we always been had a good chemistry of playing, you know, rock and roll, heavy metal music together.
And we see this specific, the Las Vegas, been around since 2005. This specific lineup, how long's that been together?
This is actually, the band formed a little bit earlier than 2005, but with Chad, our singer, right now, it's like the lineup that we consider the Las Vegas.
Very hip. And the new album?
Yeah, new album's called Bad Decisions. Just came out a couple weeks ago. We recorded it in Chicago, and yeah, it's an ass-kicking rock record, and we're pretty excited to be out here on tour supporting it.
Now, is there anything with the title? I mean, I've made many a bad decision in my day.
Well, we're in Vegas tonight, so we'll you'll see why the title is called that, I guess.
And doing indie stuff, we see you sold at least 10,000 units. Now, that's a really great feat for an indie band.
Yeah, it was cool, man. That was our last record, and actually this Bad Decisions is also, the last one, oddly enough, wasn't released in like Japan or Europe. It was just America, but this record's coming out in all over Europe on a German label, and also in Japan in October. So looking forward to, we've done a few international tours in Europe and stuff, and we're excited to tour a bunch over there supporting Bad Decisions as well.
And Japan loves our kind of music, so, you know,
yeah,
we love going there as well.
Yeah, we're excited.
Now, something else. With us, we've seen a few other people besides us. We found you from the That's Bad,
Okay.
you know, the iTunes single.
Okay, cool.
Did that break you guys with a lot of people and help open up things, or was it just a single that was just a single?
You know, I mean, I think it definitely kicked down some doors. So they got a pretty good push from radio and iTunes, and yeah, I mean, exposure is always helpful, and I think that really, so again, we recorded that song actually with Nikki Sixx in LA, so that was a cool thing to work in the studio with him, and yeah, I think that definitely opened up some doors. Nice,
nice, and we see you've also been in a video game, Guitar Hero 2?
Yeah, we were on Guitar Hero 2 a while ago with a song called Raw Dog, and that was pretty cool. It seemed like that was right when that video game was kind of like breaking, or, you know, like I think the Guitar Hero 2, I think, sold the most out of like any of them. So
yeah, those things
cool
will
to,
help.
you know, be on the soundtrack with other bands, like, you know, that one I think had like Cheap Trick and Stooges, a lot of our favorite bands. And
oh, I'm a big Cheap Trick fan, you know.
Yeah, I'm from Rockford, Illinois, actually.
Oh, well, yeah, something, I don't know if you ever saw it. They did a run here for a while. Cheap Trick did the Sgt. Pepper's album with a full orchestra. Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they threw a Cheap Trick set in at the end. So, you know. Something else, do you guys ever think of possibly getting into a Madden game?
Yeah, I mean, we're always down for different exposure, and,
you know, that thing's huge, fans. And, you know, that one sells the most. Now, something else, we have some friends that have done some stuff like that. They've also followed down the road of like wrestling, walk-in music.
Yeah.
One of our friends, Adelius Way, they actually open Thursday Night SmackDown every night. It's their song Invincible off their first album. Did you guys ever think of doing something like that? It's a great exposure base. I mean, you have Motorhead that, you know, that worked with Triple H there, and that was huge. Yeah, we actually, it was at like the WWE like Slammy Awards, I think it was called. We actually had I'm Bad was featured. And actually, it was kind of funny as a Chicago wrestler, like CM Punk, when he won his award and they played I'm Bad. So oh, see that was pretty. You know, cool, that's the thing. You guys should possibly follow something like that up, just because you know, it's a great thing. Something else we love personally, iTunes Festival. Are you familiar with the iTunes Festival?
Wait, is that the one in the UK?
That's the one in England.
Yeah.
It rolls every September.
Yeah.
We found a few bands that we just fell in love with. I mean, different styles. Yeah. You guys ever thought about possibly getting out there, having them hook you up, and and
Yeah.
I mean, the exposure from something like that is enormous.
Yeah, no, it'd be great. So we're starting to, the record's actually coming out on a German label called AFM, and they're planning out all that right now. We're planning out our touring, and I think we're going to play a bunch of like European festivals next summer. And yeah, the iTunes Festival would be really cool to play. And iTunes seems like a cool company. The way that we've seen that they promote or pick bands. It's not like you pay for the advertising on the front page.
No.
They like it. They help you out.
Exactly.
Which is, it's really cool, and I think it's fortunate. There's one of the largest music companies is
And
like that.
It helps when they like you.
Yeah. No,
So you bounced around the States, a little bit in Europe. Let me ask you a question. What was the best place you guys played in Europe? Where you had the most fun or like the best adventure you had?
I don't know, man. We go to Spain a lot. That's always a really fun country. It's wild as hell over there. The fans, are up late partying all night. And
Oh, they're Vegas people there.
yeah. Boy, you guys don't sleep at all, though, right? They at least sleep for an hour or two.
I'm on 2 hours in like almost 3 days, so sometimes it's just you go.
Yep. So I'd say a bunch of shows in our last show in Spain, actually, Barcelona, was like sold out, and that was just a madhouse. So I'd say that was probably one of the cooler European shows we've done.
And what kind of nightmare story might you have for us?
We don't have enough time, I think, to tell all the different.
I mean, we had one where it was at least every day we missed a train every day for like 2 weeks, and it was get a horse and a carriage, we'll get there quicker.
Yeah, I guess we got none of us were injured, but we got in a pretty bad van accident in Germany one time. It was like the middle of a blizzard. We're stuck on the side of the road, and so I guess that definitely kind of sucked. But
yes, that'll definitely ruin your day.
It actually wasn't our fault necessarily. So
maybe it was just a bad decision.
Yep.
Musical influences, where your roots, deep down, where does it come from?
I don't know, man. I mean, I think anything that's one just like good, has soul and it's real. So the band is primarily, we're from like the Chicagoland area and like the Michigan area. So I'd say as a band, we're all from, the school of like 60s, 70s, 80s, rock music. And, personally I'm into, from Rockford into a lot of Cheap Trick, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, but also a lot of like old Chicago blues, Muddy Waters, Willie Dixon.
There you go. See, I love blues myself.
Yeah, huge fan of blues and stuff. So
believe it or not, there's some guys out here called Human Nature.
Yeah.
4 white Australian guys that do Motown.
Cool.
And your jaw's on the floor going, white guys doing Motown.
Awesome. No, cool.
It really is. Now, if it's not too personal, 2 tunes off your iPod that nobody would think you have in your player.
I think what would be
or something that people would be shocked to know is in your player.
I think probably like some Thelonious Monk jazz stuff. I guess would kind of be a little bit off the wall.
That's cool. We're going to go see the Rippingtons on Sunday.
Okay, cool. Yeah, big jazz fan. So being a drummer, I grew up playing a lot of jazz.
Very nice.
Yeah, that I don't know. I mean, it's a diverse mix. You'd have to look at my vinyl collection, I guess, instead.
That could work too. Now, sponsorships and endorsements. What about the boys and you guys? Who do you have? And
yeah, myself personally, I've been working with Sabian cymbals and ProMark 6 for a long time. We've been working with like Gibson guitars. They gave us a bunch of cool guitars, which is awesome.
Very nice for Gibson.
Yeah, we're doors. We play like mostly like Marshall stuff, and yeah, I'd say our main endorsements are like Sabian, ProMark. We work with Jack Daniels, Monster Energy drink.
There you go.
A lot of cool people out there supporting like bands on the road, and we've been fortunate to meet a lot of those people, and they support us, we support them, and
well, it's nice that music's coming back.
Yeah, totally.
Now getting into that, obviously you guys have been around for a while. You've seen the industry go through its ups and its downs. How do you think of it now? Where do you think we're at? And as a musician, the industry itself, how do you feel about it?
I don't know. I think it's a little less controlling of them deciding who's going to be popular. I think it's more the bands going out there touring, and just the music and the band's character is going to show more than someone dumping money into a band, and that's the reason they're successful. But I don't know. I think the music business, it's always been kind of a, you know, roller coaster, ups and downs, and, you know, there's not too much rhyme and reason to it, but I think if anything, the positive stuff about the music business kind of, you know, changing is, again, I think it's more opportunities for bands to independently release their music and promote their music, and I think when the band's in the driver's seat, that's always a helpful thing, artistically and musically, too.
And speaking of that, what advice would you give, you know, some new cats just breaking in, or that are, you know, in a place where they really could do something and they're at that crossroads? What would you say to them? What direction would you say try to hit, or what, honestly, what's the best advice to stay away from?
I mean, I don't know. I'd say, well, the piece of advice is just stay on track of what got you at least to that point. You know, don't try to change your style or your attitude because you're trying to, like, make it or trying to turn that corner. You know, I think when bands least expect something's going to happen, that's when that natural momentum takes that turn and the success, like, booms. You know, like, you know, a producer once told us, like, you know, if you have a hit song or a hit record, it's like you get hit. You didn't plan for it, you just got punched, you know? So it's like, just do what you do, work really hard, be honest about your music, don't follow trends, and I guess, you know, always remember, you know, what path you were on to get you to that point. Just kind of stay on that path, have fun, and I think that's the way things organically develop, you know?
Now, with the Las Vegas songwriting, is there someone that pretty much comes in with an idea? Is it a group thing, or might it be, let's say, your brother comes in with something, and maybe you're going, okay, that's cool, but, and then it goes left. Is there a process for you guys?
I mean, not really. I mean, pretty much everyone in the band's like a songwriter, and we all usually write together. So, you know, usually someone will have one idea, and maybe the idea sticks and doesn't change at all, or it gets changed 20 different times, you know. So, but I think it's where, you know, our record we're really happy with, and just our sound, I think, with having, you know, multiple writers in the band, it doesn't just sound like one thing, you know, and I think it adds a little bit of a chemistry and a lot of, you know, bands that we were always really influenced in, so they seem like they had multiple writers as well. I think it just gives you a little more diversity and flavor to your music, so I'm fortunate to have everyone, you know, being a pretty good songwriter.
And pretty much you guys are, you don't have anyone, or the label's not trying to throw any songwriters on you or saying, hey, record this. So you don't have any of that, do you?
No, they've always just been supportive of what we're doing, and, you know, so we like to, you know, we worked with producers and stuff, which is cool because they kind of give you a little different perspective, or kind of like coach the procedure of, you know, if we're all writers and we're arguing about something, they'll be like, no, this is the way it's going to go. We're like, all right.
And
so that's been cool, but yeah, as far as writers, we just like to write our own music.
Now, do you and your brother have that little brotherly thing, or is it we're past that now, or maybe it's because you are brothers, you kind of could ride each other a little harder than maybe anybody else?
Yeah, a little bit, I guess, but, you know, it's all bands, I think, have that certain, you know, fire within the band that, you know, kind of creates a little bit of the chaos of what, you know, bands do, whether it's in the studio or on the road.
Oh, I definitely know that one. Well, look, we're going to run, let you get something to eat, because we took you away from food, and we know how precious food time is. But we do appreciate you spending some time with us.
Cool, thanks.
We're going to see you and get at least one song from your set for you. Can't wait to put that out there. You guys are going to love this band, the Las Vegas. We've been following them for about a year or more. Found them from iTunes, and can't believe we're talking to them now. Nate?
Cool. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Have a great night.
from Las Vegas, Nevada, east side of Las Vegas. I've been doing music for like 3 years as an artist, but and I do it for real. I'm not doing it for the fame. I don't want to be famous. I just want to have the money. I have kids, so I do it for real. I don't do it for, you know, shiny stuff.
So what got you into music? What inspired you to do this?
Tupac and Notorious Big got me into music.
Yeah?
And listening to the stuff on the radio just don't intrigue me because it's not my life. So I deal with my life.
Your life.
Music that's my life. From rock and roll, country, to whatever.
So you write about reality, about what goes on every day on
everyday
on
life. Yeah, my life.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about everybody else's life, so I can't talk about stuff I'm not doing because it don't make sense to me. I don't know nothing too much about it. So I just do music realistically.
Well, that's how people can relate to you and what you're doing.
Yeah.
Good.
Besides what we saw you on stage, how do people find you and find your music?
Well, they can find me on reverbnation.com/Pee-weeded the General.
How do you spell that?
P-E-W-E-E-D-E-D-D-A General.
D-A General. Okay.
This is someone you need to check out. Blown us away so far. And so far, no one else on stage has come close.
And I appreciate that coming from the man behind the screen.
Yeah. This one means something. Yeah. I need y'all to just come on here and rock with me one time, and then I'll get something to drink. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? Let me one more time. Hey. Hey, weirdos in this bitch, weirdos in this bitch. I said weirdos in this bitch, weirdos in this bitch. I'm still sick, and I don't have a cure for it. Weirdos is my squad, oh yeah, bitch, I'm killed for it. Do or die, let's try it out. Let me show you what my life out. Catch you slipping, hit you in the head, nigga, now your lights out. Drama, I don't fuck with it. Jimmy tonic with no link, Corona with a lime. I smoke it to my eyes. Gang, recognize me. I'm all in friend, I'm all pro. Done chasing that money trick. A nigga like me, a drag dog. Now here we go again. I'm going in. This was for my motherfucker. I'm going to break up this scene. I said, I don't fuck with trends. We had a little bit of this scene. Don't drink no how I never did. Actually, I smoke this from a dream. Yeah. So holler when you see me. You can't fit my shoes, nigga. So please don't try to beat me. No. Yeah, girls, bitch, we run this. Break it down. Light it, we not done yet, now smoke. I said the weed got me staring at the moonlight. Yeah. I say these haters and bitches think they what the fuck my life like. What? Okay. Take a walk in my shoes. Take a peek and see what my pride like. Yeah. I said I'm close to the edge, and if you push me, then I'll let go. I lose control. Yeah. What you do? You lost control. Yeah. Same shit, different day, same toilet hoe. Half a zip of that birdie pop and that wallet hoe. Make sure that it's hot right before we hit the block. I ain't throwing shit away, nigga, fuck the cops. I'ma grind hard until Jesus tell me to stop. Until then, I'ma roll up and load up this lot. Focus on the weekend today, that's all y'all got. Give me the key, I'll show you how to keep this bitch on lock. Yeah, a running rebel, but I'm walking. Lighter for that weed, baby girl, go ahead and smoke it. Get my eyes rolled up, I ain't my bitch, I'm done talking. Let me pop another pill, start a pain. Yeah, I said the weed got me hot, got me staring at the moonlight. Yeah, I say these haters, the bitches think they know what the fuck my life like. What? Come take a walk in my shoes, see what my grind like.